Hey everyone, I am so excited. My friend Devontae is gonna come here and we are gonna go to the movies and we're gonna have so much fun. And the thing is with Devontae, I know he loves snacks, so I grabbed all of his favorite snacks that he liked. But the thing is he sometimes is like a slow eater, so I just know that if I have him eat all of these snacks one by one, we won't get to the movies in time. And we'll be late, and then we won't be able to see the whole movie, and then we both won't be happy and disappointed. So I came up with an idea, okay? So this is the idea. My idea is to get all the snacks and put it in this cup and smash it up and make one big concoction, so then all he has to do is just eat out of here. And he can even just walk and eat it. And so it saves us time and we'll get to the movies on time. All right, let me make it. Woo, okay. I forgot to open it. Well, that works. Some of this. He likes coffee creamer. Let's get some water. Okay, I think it's all good on. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks super great. Okay, now we just have to wait for him to come and get us for the. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Okay, I'm gonna hide it.
You ready to go to the movies?
Yeah, I'm all ready. But actually, I have a surprise for you. I know it's not your birthday yet, but I have a surprise for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so what it is, it's all your favorite snacks.
Yes, I love snacks.
So then you can eat it on our way to the movies.
Right, I'm pretty slow.
Yeah, but it's okay because I got a solution. Ready? Here, ready for your snack?
Yeah. Oh.
Look at that! Doesn't that look so great?
No, it looks really gross. It smells bad.
Well, but look, it's all your favorite snacks in one place.
Yeah, I think it was a really your brain was there, your heart was there. Well, your heart was there for sure.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if it was the best execution. It's a good idea. Yeah. I don't know if I would ever do this again for anybody if you want them to survive.
Thank you though. I won't do it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay though. Love you. Thank you for the birthday gift. Let's go to the movies.
Okay, let's go.
Danielle thought that mixing all of Devontae's food together into one cup was a great idea. But it didn't turn out that way, right? Sometimes we have thoughts and they just don't actually come out the way that they should be when we put it all together. Have any of you ever thought that something was going to turn out really, really good, just like this, and it didn't? Today, we're going to learn about a real person in the Bible named Joseph. This Joseph isn't Jesus' earthly father. This Joseph lived a long time before Jesus came to earth. We can read about him in the Old Testament. This Joseph thought everything was going to be really good in his life, but for a long time, it didn't work out that way. Time and time again. We've talked about him before, and it's a great lesson to go into. Then, you ready for it? This is some of the things that God did. Even though Joseph had a plan, God promoted him to an important position of power, but not when he thought. Not only did that help him fix the broken relationship with his family, we've talked about that in our forgiveness series, but he was able to protect and take care of them all too, his whole family. You see, Joseph went through some really bad things. It started with Joseph having a dream that God had given him. Not a nightmare, but an amazing dream. A lot of bad things had happened to Joseph after he told people about this dream, though. Things got so bad for Joseph that he had to choose to forgive everyone who hurt him. We're going to learn about this and so much more. But first, you ready for it? Let's find out today's faith fact with Mr. Connor.
Welcome to this week's Faith Fact. I am Mr. Connor, and our Faith Fact is 4 wonderful words. God helps me forgive. It's pretty easy, just those 4 words. God helps me forgive. I think you guys can memorize 4 words. Why don't we start with the girls? All the girls, please stand up to your feet. Spin around while you're standing up to your feet. And repeat after me. 3, 2, 1, go. God helps me forgive. All right, girls, you may sit down. Boys, now stand up and again, spin around 2 times as you are standing up. And again, repeat after me. God helps me forgive. Pretty easy. God helps you forgive. God helps me forgive. God helps everyone to be able to forgive. Now, let's have everybody stand up without getting dizzy. We're gonna all spin around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. As we are standing up, get your balance and repeat after me. God helps me forgive. Awesome. You guys did great. And that is this week's Faith Fact.
Welcome to our faith verse. We have a party today. It's not just me. It's not just Miss Money. It's Ella too. It's all 3 of us, and we are so excited to do our faith verse 3rd time in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and so we're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, let's jump
today
right in.
with our verse. Yes.
Do it.
And so with that, we need everyone to stand up to your feet.
On
So
your feet.
if you're
On your
sitting,
feet. Come on now.
yep.
Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up.
Rise up. Rise.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now that we're standing, I will say the verse and you're gonna repeat after me with Miss Monique and Miss Ella. And we're gonna do the moves too. So I wanna see you guys do the moves.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's do it. God will
God will
make this
make this
happen.
happen.
For he who
For he who
calls you
calls you
is faithful.
is faithful.
1 Thessalonians 5:24.
1 Thessalonians 5:24.
Woo! Perfect,
Right.
perfect.
Good.
All right, so now that this has been our 3rd week,
Yeah.
and last week we were like bear, so we did like a deep voice.
Grizzly bear.
I was thinking maybe we should do something different for this time too,
Okay.
right?
Okay. All right, yeah.
So because we did a bear, how about like maybe stick to the animal theme?
All right, animal.
Animal. Okay. What do you think? Maybe like.
Something sweet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Smaller.
Oh.
Like
A bunny maybe?
Oh! Bunnies are so cute.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
Okay,
bunnies.
okay. So
Wow.
good. And then for the bunny, we can hop.
They do hop.
Yeah. So okay.
We should practice?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
Are you guys practicing?
we got practice. See them?
Come on. There you go. Okay,
Perfect.
so now what we're gonna do, now that we're on the same page, we are gonna jump while doing the movements.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we're not just jumping.
no.
We're gonna do the movements too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this. Okay. Same thing. You're gonna repeat after me with them. All right. God will
God will
make this happen. For he who calls you is faithful. 1 Thessalonians 5:24.
1 Thessalonians 5:24.
Oh!
Wow.
Great job! I'm so glad you were able to do our verse with us and jump like a rabbit with us. And we will see you guys next time.
See ya.
I dream sometimes. How about you? Did you dream last night? Have you ever had like a super crazy dream? Have you ever had a dream that seemed so real you actually thought that it happened in real life? Today, we are hearing about a man who had a God-given gift. Not only could he tell people what he thought his own dreams meant, but God also helped him tell others what their dreams meant. Sometimes people liked what he had to say, and other times they didn't like what he had to say. Before we get started with today's Bible story, let's check today's challenge. Dash, Austin, do your thing.
Hey everybody, I'm Dash.
And I'm Austin.
And this is
Challenge Accepted.
Welcome back, everybody.
Dash and I are back and better than ever.
And today, we have one of our most insane challenges yet. Tell them what we got.
Let's look at the card. Let's see. Today's challenge is called Face Wipe. For this challenge, we will have 60 seconds to completely wipe dry erase marker off a window using only our faces.
That's right, the only thing we can use to wipe it clean is our beautiful, crystal clean faces.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
Well, I've wiped dry erase boards with my hand before. Maybe my arm, but never my face.
Have you ever used your face to wipe anything off? Like, for say, you've never seen a dirty table before and say, maybe I should wipe that off my face.
Okay. No, that has never happened, and that probably never will happen, because that is gross.
Well, for this challenge, you're gonna have to get a little gross. 60-second face wipe?
Challenge accepted.
Wow, that is a lot of dry erase marker.
I know, for real. It took like 3 of these markers to get the entire board covered.
Now, how much of this do we have to cover again?
The challenge card said all of it, so the goal is all of it.
Okay, that's gonna be a lot of work. Do you have any kind of strategy or anything for this?
Well, my approach is gonna kind of be the side-to-side method. You know, you start here and you kind of just move your head quickly back and forth and side to side, like that.
That's good, that's good. I was actually thinking of trying a little circle approach, you know, where you just keep making fast, quick tornadoes, like, you know, a tornado.
That sounds interesting. You ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right, count us down.
We'll begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Time.
Wow, that was so gross.
I know, I think I got some in my mouth.
You look so ridiculous.
Have you seen yourself? You have it smeared everywhere. You're gonna have to take like 3 showers to get all that off.
Well, how do you think we did?
Not bad, but we'll have to see what the judges say though.
See, in today's Bible story, you're gonna hear about a guy named Joseph whose brothers did something crazy mean to him. I'm talking crazy mean.
But the craziest part of the story is what Joseph did in return. You'll definitely want to check that out.
Hey, question for you. Do you think we should just make this our new look all the time? We could call it dry erase face. Yeah.
God has a plan for each one of us. God knows what is going to happen many years from now, and He will make sure everything works out according to His plan. Let's look at how God's plan involved Joseph. Remember the guy named Jacob who received the blessing from his father Isaac? Jacob had 12 sons. Can you imagine having that many brothers? One of them was Jacob's favorite. Can you guess who it was? For those that said Joseph, you're correct. When Joseph was 17 years old, he had a dream that his brothers would bow down to him. Then he had another dream that not only his brothers would bow down, but his father and mother too. Let's pause and think about that for a second. Ask yourself, how would you feel if your little brother came to you and said that he dreamed that he was going to be your boss someday? How many of you said that you'd be pretty upset or at least confused? That's exactly how Joseph's brothers felt. The other brothers were very, very upset. Joseph's brothers hated him so much that they even tried to kill him. Instead, they sold him though, and he became a slave in Egypt. We're going to see how God used Joseph to save his entire family and forgive them too. Do you think you could forgive someone who tried to kill you? Well, that would be really, really hard to do, wouldn't it?
But our faith fact today tells us how we can do it. God helps me forgive. Joseph worked hard as a slave, but then he was accused of doing something that he didn't do. And guess what? Joseph ended up thrown in jail. What a nightmare. I wouldn't last in jail or prison or even detention. I'm not good for that. Jail was even worse though than being a slave. Would he be angry or sad? Would he just give up? Not Joseph. He worked hard, and Joseph's good character was seen by everyone there. While Joseph was in prison, he met two prisoners who had dreams. They wanted to know what their special dreams meant. So Joseph relied on God, and something amazing happened. God helped Joseph interpret the dreams, and what he said came true 3 days later. A couple of years later, the craziest thing happened. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had two dreams. He knew they were special dreams, but no one could tell him what they meant. Suddenly, one of Pharaoh's servants who had been in prison remembered Joseph and told Pharaoh about him. Pharaoh wanted to see Joseph immediately, so they took Joseph out of jail, cleaned him up, brought him to Pharaoh. Then Pharaoh told Joseph his two dreams, and God revealed to Joseph what they meant. One dream was about a fat and a skinny cow. The other dream was about fat and skinny grains of stalks. God was telling Pharaoh that there would be 7 years when the crops were great and there was lots of food. But then there would be nothing for 7 years. There would be a famine, and it would last for 7 long years.
Did you think Pharaoh believed Joseph? He did. Pharaoh realized he needed to do something about it. So he put Joseph in charge. Now, that sounds like everything turned out okay for Joseph. But remember where our story started. Joseph had two dreams that God had given to him. Joseph dreamed his family would bow down to him, and that hadn't happened yet, but it was going to happen soon. See, Joseph's father, Jacob, and the entire family ran out of food back in Canaan. So Jacob sent his sons to Egypt to buy food. And guess who they had to see to buy the food? Joseph! See, Joseph recognized them immediately, but they did not recognize Joseph. So as a top leader under Pharaoh, Joseph was probably dressed like an Egyptian and spoke their language. And guess what? His brothers bowed down and asked for Joseph's favor. Remember, Joseph was powerful and he could have done what he wanted to. But remember our faith fact, and it said, God helps us forgive. See, Joseph had a choice to make. He could have been mean to his brothers. He could have sent his brothers away without giving them food. He could have even had them killed, but he didn't. He gave them the food, and then his brothers went back home. They still didn't know that he was their brother Joseph.
But the famine continued, and this time they brought their younger brother Benjamin back to Egypt with them. Now that all his brothers were there, Joseph couldn't wait any longer. He told them who he was. They were shocked. Even better, Joseph forgave them for being mean all those years before. Joseph knew that the famine would last for a long time, so he invited his family to live in Egypt. His father Jacob couldn't believe that Joseph was alive. But one day, Jacob died. Joseph's brothers were afraid that now Joseph was going to pay them back for the bad things that they had done to him. I mean, he was the second most powerful man in Egypt, and they did deserve it, right? Well, Genesis 50:19-21 tells us exactly what happened. But Joseph replied, "Don't be afraid of me. Am I God? Can I punish you? You intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. He brought me into this position so I could save the lives of many people. No, don't be afraid. I will continue to take care of you and your children." So he reassured them by speaking kindly to them. Joseph told them that God used all of those bad things that had happened for him for good. Could you do that? It would be difficult. After his dreams came true, Joseph realized that God had everything under control. Along the way, Joseph probably didn't understand what was happening at that time. But because Joseph was faithful, he got to see God work everything out. He didn't have to be mad at his brothers. He wasn't mad at God for anything that had happened. He trusted God, and look at what God did. Joseph faced some very difficult things in his life. But before all that happened, God gave him a dream. Joseph had something special to think about. Even when times were difficult, we are going to ask God to do the same things for us.
And we're back.
So, it turns out that dry erase marker is a lot harder to get off your face than you think it would be.
Like, a lot harder. I went through like 20 bottles of soap trying to get all this off.
Okay, idea. Our next challenge should be 60 minutes trying to get this marker off our face.
60 minutes. 60 minutes? Dude, we need like 60 hours. I'm gonna be looking like a clown all week. I don't even like clowns.
All right, well, it's time to see what the judges think of our windows. First, let's see yours. Okay, not bad. That circle technique worked pretty well. You got a bunch of it off.
But the goal wasn't a bunch off. It was to wipe it all off.
That's
But
true.
Let's see what the judges say.
Not quite good enough.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Those edges, man, are tricky.
All right, it's my turn. Here is my panel.
Bro, you killed it with that mini circle plan. You were all ninja-like in your moves. Look at you.
All right, well, let's see what the judges think of mine.
Oh, not quite good enough either. It looks like neither one of us were able to beat this challenge.
You know, forgiveness is a lot like wiping these windows. People are gonna come and they're gonna make a mess of things around you. But forgiveness is wiping away those mistakes as if they never happened.
Now, that sounds super easy, but a lot of times that can be super hard.
Thankfully, God's forgiveness is like the super spray right here. It can get rid of even the toughest marks.
God can help us forgive anyone, even the people who hurt you the worst.
Think about Joseph for a second. His brothers threw him in a pit, shipped him off as a slave to another country. That's crazy.
The crazy thing is that he kept trusting in God, and God helped him forgive the same brothers who threw him in the pit.
Dude, that's even crazier than our challenge we have today.
For real.
And forgiving people can be really hard, especially if the person who hurt you is really close to you, like a brother or sister, a parent or a friend. Thankfully, God gave us the courage and strength to forgive anybody.
This week, our challenge to you is to forgive that person you are mad at. Now, you may say, which person are you talking about, Austin? Stop right now what you are doing and ask God to search your heart for any kind of bitterness. Maybe you're mad at someone for something they said. Or maybe you're mad because someone was mean to you. Or maybe you're mad because you didn't get invited to someone's party. You have a person in mind? This week, ask God to help you forgive that person. Just like God gave Joseph the strength and courage to forgive his brothers, He'll give you the same strength and courage to forgive others as well.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Dash and I are going to try and scrub our faces clean for the next few days. We'll see you next time here at
Challenge accepted.
Welcome to our rerun review. Woo-woo! We have two Elizabeths today. So we have Pastor Elizabeth, and then we have Elizabeth.
No way, your name's Elizabeth too?
Yes,
What the heck? Whoa.
So we have the battle of the Elizabeths.
Wow.
I'm excited. Which Elizabeth do you think is going to win?
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Well,
okay.
I think Elizabeth is gonna win.
Oh wait, no.
Elizabeth is going to win.
Elizabeth though.
Okay, here we go. There is definitely going to be a Elizabeth winning today.
Here we go.
All right, well, I hope you guys will follow along and let's see who is going to win. How did Joseph's brothers feel after he told them his dream?
Okay, Elizabeth, I see you. You got it. I did. Okay, they
Yes, they were.
They were not happy. They were mad. Okay, 1-0. And what
okay.
country did Joseph go to after he was sold in as a slave?
Egypt.
That was good, Elizabeth.
Good job. We gotta take turns.
Wow.
Yeah.
We gotta take turns.
Well, for now.
Okay, how did Joseph help 2 prisoners that were in the jail with him?
Good try, Elizabeth. Good.
Okay, it's fine.
He helped them translate their dreams and like understand them and whatnot.
Yep, they translated the
Man,
dreams.
we're having too much fun.
I know, this is good, guys.
Okay.
What's the score?
2-1.
2-1.
Okay. No, it's 2-1.
Okay, fine. Okay. Okay.
Why did Pharaoh get Joseph out of jail?
Girl!
Sorry, Elizabeth.
You got it, girl.
Okay. He got him out of jail because there was no one else that could interpret the dream.
Yep.
And he needed someone to translate and tell him the meaning.
There was a dream.
There
Okay.
he was. Right there.
Rewind. Okay. Come on, Elizabeth. You got this. Okay. So, what was the meaning of Pharaoh's dream?
It wasn't working, but I hit it.
It's okay. It still counts.
Okay, there would be 7 years of plenty.
Yes.
And 7 years of famine.
Yes.
Boom.
Yep. Okay.
Seven.
You're coming back. So
Good
2,
number.
3. Okay. What did Pharaoh do after Joseph told him this?
You can take that.
Okay.
You got it.
He told him and made him the second in command.
Yep. He promoted him to second in command.
Which is crazy. I mean, he went from someone who was in prison to someone who
Crazy.
was in charge of everyone.
Right? Can you imagine?
Okay, we have 3 more questions. So it's 4-2.
Oh,
So she still has a chance.
Okay,
you got a
Come on.
chance.
You
It's
got
only
a
2.
chance.
It's
You
fine.
got a chance. Okay.
Okay.
Who came to get food from Joseph years later?
Did I get it?
I don't finish.
Okay, fine.
I hear
Okay,
one with you.
what we'll do is put your hands there, and I'll just.
I heard who, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay,
It's
fair.
years later. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry.
You already got the question.
Just give it to
I
her.
thought you were going to say it.
No, sorry.
My bad.
Okay.
Okay, his brothers.
Yes, his brothers. Okay, 2 more, so it's 3-4. Okay. Did Joseph forgive them? Did you smush your finger?
I just like slid it.
Dang, she wants to win.
So I feel like your hand was on the bottom, but
It
does
was.
it count?
It was. But no.
That's okay.
Wow.
Okay,
So this is getting aggressive.
All is forgiven. Okay.
Oh, hey, that's actually part of the answer.
I know.
So yeah, actually, Joseph did forgive his brothers, which shows you like someone who loves the Lord and is willing to do the hard things.
Yep.
So yeah, he did.
That's
Perfect.
good.
Amen.
All right, last one. What is today's faith fact?
Oh, God helps me forgive.
Exactly.
Good job.
Good job.
good.
Okay,
And
so
we have a
who won?
winner. It's Elizabeth.
That's okay.
I hope you guys had fun with us today, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
All right, I hope you enjoyed our lesson about Joseph and learning how that we can forgive in the way that he did with his brothers and how we can live that same way and forgive those around us. If you need to, you can always go back and watch this lesson again, and make sure you follow along on our channel because we've got another lesson coming for you next week. All right, I'll see you guys next time.